What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Sword Art Podcast once again. As always, I'm your wonderful Finned admin host, Shark, and of course, my co-host Hikoru is with us today as well.
I just muted, didn't realize we were starting. Hi again, hey!
And we'd also
Sorry,
like to welcome our special guest, Oscar, from the Systems Development Team. Welcome to the show, Oscar.
Oh, word? Oh, word?
Oh, word, he says.
Ugh.
Well, anyways, we got some fun things to talk about today. In other sense, how are you guys doing this morning?
Oh, I'm half here. I'm gonna actually go make some coffee while we get through the intro here.
Well,
I've been at work all night.
Dang.
alright, so
I
those are his words.
I woke up 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
well,
about
I
right.
don't-
After staying up till 3 a.m. writing a paper that was due a couple days ago. Hashtag college struggles.
Oh, jeez, I'm with you there, though. I was working on some scripts for my other game server, and I was up till like 1:30, 2 o'clock trying to get some stuff out, because today was the public release for it, for the version 2. So that was a handful.
That sounds it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I dealt with drunks trying to get into my beer cooler for about 5 hours. It's pretty great. Not
Damn.
gonna lie.
I should drive over there. I'll be over. I'll be there shortly.
All
All right, Oscar and Hick are gonna run the show, and I'm gonna go to that beer cooler.
Alright,
No,
man.
we're gonna go as a group, okay? We're gonna
Alright,
go
is this
as a group. We're gonna go on an adventure.
All right, we're
is
taking
this
podcast
the is this the first SAO-RPG beer run?
apparently,
Yep.
it will be now.
I am now of age, so
All right.
Oh yeah, we gotta get you drunk, man.
nah. Good luck with that.
There's a few people on this server that still owe me beers. Well,
Dang.
not really.
You know what, dude?
anymore.
Add me to that list.
All right, name's been added to the list.
I'm gonna get you a beer, you know, when I can get up there
All right.
or down there. I don't know where you are in relation to me.
Just north of Chicago.
So you're like west of me, yeah. I'll get to walking. I'll get to stepping, man.
If you come here, I'll buy you all the beers you want.
No, but has that European beer? Why is he gonna drink like Budweiser? That's
true.
such a step down.
All right, guys, we're taking podcast overseas.
This is how we're doing it.
All right, Shark's paying for all the plane tickets.
Lit.
Let me dig into
All right.
the SAO-RPG donation fund, and we'll get there.
Whoa.
Oh,
We weren't supposed to. I'm just gonna sip my coffee.
Well, that's just a saying that it's gonna take us a while to get those funds. Quite a while.
I mean, I did spend some of it on my fancy new yacht, so.
I told you that. I had to wait till
I got-
next year.
I got. Hey,
Look, man,
I
I
finally
couldn't wait.
got a shadow door with my funds from the donations. Okay, I finally got a shadow door. I need a turns out I need a second one for it to work.
Yeah, Hick, did you not read the instructions?
No,
Second
I
door not
didn't.
included.
I just kinda, look, I just wanted my shadow door.
Well, you should rank up Shadow Path better.
Yeah. Speaking of Shadow Path, let me just use this time to say unique skills win. You know, like I do.
Go for it. We'll get there.
Unique skills win,
eventually.
Hick. When you gonna give them juicy unique skills?
We'll get there.
We're
So
gonna get
Shark,
there?
let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. I don't.
Yo, is Hick already drunk?
No, error 404. Mine not
Spiked my
found.
coffee.
Mine.exe not
I'm
found.
I'm just razzing you, buddy. I know you're working really hard on stuff.
Alright, so real talk. I have two things before we get started. I've noticed them in the chat. Hiru, I hate you. You're the one that took my second shadow door. I'm coming after you. And has I stop pointing a gun at me. Okay, I'm good.
All right. Now that we've got our pieces set, let's go on to the quests and events. So, guys, what do we have in the pipeline, or what's currently out that all users or players can have some fun doing while we make some progress?
All right. Well, first off, we've got. It's not really an event. It's just a nice little bonus for everybody. I made a blog post about it a few days ago. We've got the bonus SP event going all through December. It's going to end on January 1st. So get out there and finish up those threads, and you'll get an extra SP for it.
Nice. So now I did see some talk about what if said player was a donor and uses the Yui's Grace.
Um, the bonus SP stacks with Mega Slime Farm and the Yui's Grace, so it's not gonna affect anything. You can still use your donor perks. You can still use your housing perks, and you'll just get extra SP on top of that.
That's good to hear. So, what else we have going on?
Well, I think the Tier 3 Halloween event is still winding down. Um, and honestly, I feel like the event as a whole was pretty good. It had some really nice rewards, and the boss fights were super interesting. Well, except for Tier 1 because that poor guy got dabbed on.
Huh?
But
rough life.
but yeah, the event was pretty good. I think it was pretty well received by everybody. I know it was kind of frustrating during the zombie phase, but you know you got a neo demonic out of it, so it was worth it.
Hey, that's good to hear. Hikaru, you got anything?
Um. Uh. Uh. Um. Uh. Uh. I farted.
This just
No,
in.
I'm just.
Quest for Hick's
I'm
fart
just-
begins.
If you find it, you get the first hint to getting Shadow Path.
Oh, he's
I'll get
put
on.
it on the line.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't take me seriously. No. If I'm honest, I've been kind of MIA from staff for a little bit. I've been really busy because it's finals month at this point, and I've had a bunch of papers to do myself. I haven't had really a lot of time, but I have been working on floor 25, the floor boss, and the getting the final touches on the labyrinth boss as well. I've just haven't had time to sit down and write. It's kind of been where I've been.
Yeah, it's completely understandable. I know a lot of the people that are still in school have finals coming up as it's nearing the end of the semester. So they just don't have the time that they had earlier to get stuff taken care of, and we can completely understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It
Like,
sucks.
yeah, we kind of expect a little activity dip. At least I do around this time because
Yeah, absolutely.
you know holidays, families coming through. I mean, my in-laws are in town from Brazil, so I haven't been role playing as much or as active in staff as I normally am,
Right. And
just on the merit that family's here.
right. And even
Yeah.
when I was still in school, I can completely see that side, and just telling people, hey, don't worry about the site. It'll be there. Get your real life taken care of first, and get through school. School's important. Stay in school, kids.
Dab.
And do a little drugs, mostly caffeine.
Caffeine and some other ones that may or may not be legalized in your area. Please see your local Department of Justice for further details.
Remember, kids, it's not illegal if you don't get caught.
We don't promote that here. We're gonna kick Oscar out of the podcast now.
Yeah, this is not.
Demonetized.
We are trying to stay PG-13, and we're talking about drugs.
Only the legal ones. Anyways, so
Yeah,
where
only
are
the
we at?
legal ones, Hick.
Moving on from that conversation.
Jesus.
Moving on. Where are we at in terms of floor? I have not been paying any attention recently.
25.
Still?
Still.
Hey, has anyone scouted the boss room yet?
No.
Oh man, you guys are slacking. What's going on? Nice ass. I love it.
Yo, can we get that and just like print that out and put that on a shirt for me, please?
That might be able to be arranged.
I would. Yeah, they haven't even found the labyrinth yet.
Last I heard, they were like going to embark on the mission to find the labyrinth, but like that was
told you,
like
man.
a month ago.
I told you guys, I made it scary because it is scary. And now they're finally realizing this truly is scary.
So how tough is gonna be this boss?
Oh, trust me. It's not like... And I'm gonna tell people it's not gonna be a giant health bar like, Leviathan. I can guarantee you that. Learned our lesson. It's not it shouldn't be based on SP. I can guarantee you that. But there's gonna be a thing that the boss does that is gonna mess everyone else, myself included, and you can't avoid it.
All right. Well,
it will happen.
Be prepared, guys.
So you need to come prepped for war.
More information to come once the scouting team finds the boss room. But until then, we can't really tease anything because no one's ever seen the boss yet.
Shut up, Mina. It is gonna be a fight. You shut up.
So
See,
It's gonna be a really big fight.
I know Hikaru's plan here. The boss is actually Terry Crews, and we're just gonna be stuck on floor 25 forever.
Watching him up and dip and
Figure it out!
pecs. Hiro asked the question, do we even have scouting teams? That is always determined by the raid team. So whoever's on the front lines, they'll probably throw people as a scouting team or something. I don't know, people always do it by themselves.
Even if they did it by themselves and just figured out where the boss is, that'd be better than nothing.
And then whoever finds it, whoever is the first one to find it, takes control of the front lines meeting.
It's true. Oh wait, yeah. I had to think. My brain.
BRB, gonna find the boss real quick.
All right, so while Oscar does that,
good luck.
those who want to join his scouting team, say aye.
I'm only accepting level 1s.
Oh man,
Ooh.
that's a wrench throwing in a lot of people's plan. Oh well.
That's a slaughterfest is what that is.
Hank, you're not supposed to say it out loud.
Slaughterfest.
Well, there it goes.
Slaughterhouse 2, The Reckoning.
No, he said level 21. No. 1.
Both of y'all are on your rebirth characters. Don't be crazy now.
I'm not on a rebirth character.
No, but Haz and Cordelia are.
Please join. I need something to laugh at.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
One bad roll and they're all the way back to level 1.
So, since well, anyways, yeah, heck, come on, get with the program. So, do we have any like event bosses or something coming up for the holiday season?
You know, I can't really answer that. There's been some discussion. Our fearless leader is working on the Christmas event, and I'm gonna be 100% straight with you. I have not looked at the doc like at all.
That is
Like,
fine.
It just completely slipped my mind because I got a lot of irons in the fire when it comes to the role play, and even more when it comes to real life. So like, It just sort of slipped through the cracks. I promise I'll take a look at it and do my homework after the podcast.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Don't know if I can find the doc at all yet, but if we find it, we'll probably circle back to that.
Oh yeah, it was shared a couple days ago. I know Bar and I think Shelby uh, did a little grammatical stuff
Okay.
to it. Um, it was just in the main staff chat.
Gotcha. So just stay tuned and we'll circle back on that, but do know that there is an event coming that you guys will be able to participate in if you so choose. So, going on, Oscar has a section for whatever he wanted to talk about. Says here in the notes, potential new quest packages? Question mark? So,
Yeah,
Oscar, take it
yeah.
away.
All right, so I got a couple things I'm working on. First and foremost, I'm really trying to get the grind out on releasing a quest chain that Hikoru developed. And it's really interesting. I'm not going to get too into the specifics because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But basically, it's a boss rush, is what it is. The rewards, I don't know how much. I don't know really how much is appropriate to share here. But the rewards are really good. The fights are really unique. They're really interesting. And really, all we're waiting on that is just a number crunch from my team, and then some final edits for Hick, and we can get it up to committee and push it out.
Alright.
And then I got two personal projects I'm working on. One is a dungeon quest, but not dungeon in the sense that of the sub dungeons we have here. Um, these quests are not designed to be soloed. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm not really factoring in one person to be able to do it. Basically, it's going to be several quests, but the first one I've got nailed down. It's you've got your main boss and then 4 sub bosses, and you can go straight for the main boss. The sub bosses won't get involved, but if you do that, you're going to have a much harder time because each sub boss you beat gives you a buff for the duration of the thread.
Interesting.
So, one boss will give you more damage, one boss will give you mid, and then, the boss itself is scaled to at least having 2 of the 4 buffs and having 2 or 3 people with you.
That'll be fun. So, there's a lot of, sounds like there's a lot to come, or a lot in progress, and a lot that could be potentially rolled out for some additional adventures.
Yeah, and then one more big thing I'm working on is a dungeon rework. Just an overhaul of our dungeon system to make it more appealing. Because I recently did a tier 2 dungeon. Just a beginner dungeon, just I had a map, I wanted 1 free SP, but I got 220 coal from the dungeon reward.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and just for contrast, killing 1 loot minimum mob gets me about 2,000. So you see the issue here.
Yeah, definitely.
And so basically what the idea is now, instead of having beginner, intermediate, advanced dungeons, we just have one set template for sub dungeons, with the mobs you fight, and the dungeon is based on tier, just tier. And the rewards are pretty sweet. It's got a little something for everybody. If you're not top tier yet, it's gonna provide a medium for you and some friends to grind out SP. But if you're already top tier, it's got a 5% chance of dropping a demonic currently.
Ooh.
Just an unidentified demonic. And then the perfects it drops are guaranteed to have at least one unique enhancement.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
You know, because the thought process behind that is we have all these fun enhancements, but not a lot of people get to play with them. You know?
True.
Exactly.
So, you know, you're still having to deal with the RNG of, you know, the identification system, but it's not so backbreakingly difficult to get, you know, something neat to play around with, you know?
Yeah, definitely will be a lot of fun for others that join in on that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely a lot different than what it used to be back in the old days. Cause Shark might remember, but Oscar probably won't. A lot of our staff probably won't. But back in the day, bosses used to drop 3 unique items every boss. One would go to the hardest hitter. The second would go to the tankiest tank. And the third would go to the healiest healer. And that's how. And it was always uh, the same 3 people that got it, honestly.
Yeah.
Which was Zell, Tristan, and I don't remember who the healer was. I don't think it was Zandra. It was somebody else, and my brain's just not remembering. But we strayed away from that because we were like, we're pushing out too many demonics, but now we've hit like a drought of these kind of items that people really want. So it's definitely going to be a nice little change. We're not going to like absolutely dump unique out.
Yeah.
Uniques out like left and right. Like, yeah, here's 20 demonic swords and 3 demonic leather armors. Like, it's a small chance, but it's kind of like it reminds me of like shiny hunting from Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
That's like you're grinding for that, and when you get it, it's gonna be like your baby.
Here, I think we did it for
Oh.
what? I want to say we did it for like 11 floors. No, we didn't do it for like the first 5. So I think it was close to like 6 or 8 floors.
One important thing I want to note, since we're on this subject of, you know, flooding the community with these, you know, unique enhancements and demonics, a dungeon is only going to drop one at a time. I know, like, it's up to the players in the dungeon to decide how they're going to deal with the loot. I don't personally. I would like to give, you know, if you roll and you win a demonic, I would like to give everybody a demonic, but we're not going to be able to sustain that. We're just going to be so flooded with demonics that we're going to have to make a new higher tier rarity because demonic's not going to mean anything anymore. You know?
Right.
Yep.
So if you're committed to really grinding it out and you want to really, you know, squeeze out every ounce of power your character can have under our system, you know, y'all can grind and kit, you know, a whole group out, and that's encouraged. But I'm not, you know, willing to just throw demonics and, you know, guaranteed unique enhancements at people because it's just it's gonna take away the feeling of, you know, accomplishment from it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want
To
to have a
quote
sense of
to quote
accomplishment
EA,
when you pick up something like that.
yeah.
Uh, so anything else we want to talk about in that kind of stuff?
Well, um, 3.0 is still plodding along. We recently had the 3.0 info dump. And you guys have really been contributing, you know, to the discussion. Uh, you know, I was kind of a little leery. Like I definitely wanted, you know, the info dump to happen, but I was a little leery because when I remembered my first reaction when I saw that stuff, and I'm like, what if this is that, but like with 20 people instead of just me?
Yeah.
Or more.
It's definitely when you push out something like that after months and months and years of working on something this big, it's kind of begs the question: how are people gonna react now that we're pushing all this out? But no, I've been scrolling through and seen a lot of the comments, and you guys have been fantastic with working with us.
Yeah,
We
really.
truly appreciate the feedback.
Mm.
And keep it coming. I mean, y'all the ones that gotta live with it.
Facts.
Shush, hero.
Facts.
Shush.
Shut up, hero. You don't want to hear it.
So I will say there were a couple of site donations recently. I want to give a huge thanks to Morgenstern and Mina.
The couple.
Where's my kazoo?
Hidden somewhere in your room. I think you check the beer cooler.
How dare you? That
Shots
beer
have been
cooler.
fired.
So
Oh,
if you guys have not been sent your rewards from when you donated, please let me know, and I'll get those taken care of to you shortly. As far as the rest of donations, if you are interested in donating, there is information on the site. You can hit donate button on the bottom. There's some blog posts in the administration desk, I believe, over what you can get. The top tier reward has their names mentioned in the notable donors section blog. And looks like I have everyone in there. So a huge thanks to all of our past, present donors. We truly appreciate your support. That's how we keep the lights running. We keep the site up and going. And that's how we can afford
That's how we keep the.
add new features
That's
for
how
you
we
guys
keep the
to play
toilet
around with.
unclogged.
I really appreciate my new yacht, guys. 10 out of 10.
It's got a big old.
Yeah, I still haven't been
It's got a
invited.
big
You've
old
invited
logo on
everyone
it.
else on staff
SAO-RPG.
to it. You invited everyone else onto the SSSAO, but you have not invited me, and I'm kind of hurt.
Nick, your time will come. We need someone to stick around and keep things under wraps.
Just shadow door onto it, my man.
I
Just
don't
shadow door
have the
onto it.
second one.
Yeah, that was
Well, whose
stolen.
fault is that?
Hikoru. Thrown
Look, man,
under
you
the
just gotta
bus.
keep. You just gotta keep better hold of your stuff. I mean, I don't
Shut
know
up.
what to tell you.
So, anyways.
Shut up! Don't make me come over there and stab you in the neck.
Whoa, Hick. Too much.
I'm just kidding.
He's
I
hyped
love
up
you
on
guys.
caffeine.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
no, I've had
has
a
there
couple
been any fun role plays that you guys have seen or that anyone has been a part of recently?
Me and Morg are in a fight.
Oh?
Bar unless it kissed.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, my.
The ship is happening, boys. It is sailed. It's going on.
So what
Yeah,
are we gonna call the ship name? Barca.
The SSSAO. That's what. Oh wait, no, we're not talking about the yacht. Sorry, thought we were talking about the yacht.
The yacht's already been named.
See, I would give a name for the ship, but we're trying to keep that PG-13 rating, and like, I love my boy Bar, but this is the perfect opportunity to razz him. But if I do, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna ban me.
So is it Barca or is it Lesar?
You know, let's go with Lesar.
It's less our problem and more of theirs.
Oh, Hick. He's a poet. Well, that happened.
Bars.
Alright.
We don't make threats here?
I do. I'm good at it.
You're special.
I know I am.
So is there anything else in the for fun news topic that any of you want to talk about?
Me and Morgan are in a fight right now.
How did that happen?
place after Morg finally redeemed himself, like, and got rid of his orange cursor. So I was like, yo, let's fight, because that's actually how Morg and Hick first met, was through a fight.
Oh.
And they fought, and etc. So it was kind of like a blast from the past, but this time with a different meaning. The first time it was just for fun. It's just to see how strong he was, you know, if he was ready for the front lines, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But this time it's more about where Morg's heart is. If he's true, no, that's what Hick himself is after. He wants to make sure that he's okay. And sometimes weapons speak louder than words.
Isn't that the true?
So,
isn't that always true in the world of swords?
True. So that's kind of what Hick and Morg are doing right now, is a fight to see if Morg's truly redeemed himself. And so far it's been okay. I'm winning. Somehow.
Alright.
Nothing says love like punching someone's teeth down their throat.
I was gonna say stabbing him in the neck, but, you know, whatever works for you.
Nothing
Look,
works
man,
better than turning them into pixels.
I can appreciate a good neck stab, but nothing is as visceral as punching somebody in the mouth.
True.
You mean satisfying.
I mean both, honestly. Like, you break the little bones in your hand on their jaw, but they have to eat through a tube for the next 6 weeks. Yeah, it's great.
Like
Nice night. Nice.
all I can think of is if anyone's seen DBZ, like in the Android/Cell saga, when Piccolo and Android 17 are fighting each other, and they got those punches like blasting through each other's bodies, like stretching them. That's all I'm imagining right now. It's just I'll send a link somewhere.
Somewhere.
I went a completely not at all PG-13 direction with that one.
That happens.
Good for you. You need.
It's very. I do. It's very difficult to restrain myself. I cuss like a sailor.
I haven't
They
done
say
it yet.
they
Keep
say
it up.
people like this, like you and I, tend to be above average in terms of IQ. At least that's what Facebook tells me.
As we know,
if you read it on
Facebook
the
is
internet,
the
it must
font
be
of all
true.
knowledge. If you, especially on the Facebook, like, I heard the measles vaccine actually causes measles, and now I'm terrified.
Well,
Dang.
hey, the one thing that I do like is that bacon was safer to eat than romaine lettuce.
Take that, vegans.
Well, okay, now we don't need to offend an entire group of people.
Alright, we're not gonna start a fight.
I apologize for him. He'll be reprimanded after the show.
Please no, Daddy Shark.
So, let's see here. You talked about, Oscar, you talked about some of the stuff you were working on. Is there anything else that we can tease on the staff side of things in terms of development or what's being worked on?
Well, honestly, staff's really just mostly focusing our attention on 3.0 right now. Like, I'm doing my own side project, and I can only speak for myself. You know, I don't know if any other members of staff have anything they're working on. They haven't approached me about it. But really, the goal is just trying to get content out for everybody right now. Because 3.0 is still a bit out, you know. Because the stated goal is to have it out by the end of the 425 boss fight, but, you know, Hick's busy. The boss room hasn't even been found yet, you know. So, you know, we want to really push content out for people while they wait. And the trick is to, when everything converts in 3.0 is to make it to where we can convert these new things as easily as possible too.
Right, and just know that it's not as far out as what it once was because we're collecting all this wonderful feedback from you guys. So keep it coming.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you guys so much.
Really make it hurt, like go ham, y'all.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, yes
This is
and no.
yours as much as it's ours.
Yeah.
If Hick isn't crying, you aren't being mean enough.
Well, at any rate, we do. So if you have any questions or want to be on the show, go ahead and jump in that call-in section, or feel free to post your questions in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer you. While we wait for that to come in, we do need people for. I mean, not necessarily need, but if you're interested in joining staff, we do have positions open for the systems team. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Axios. If you're interested in lore development, reach out to Morgenstern or Haz, and they'll be able to help direct any questions or get you squared away with anything you might be questioning on joining. Any other staff teams that we need people besides systems and floor is pretty set.
Player support.
We do need some player support team members, so if you're interested in helping out other people get started out or have some questions, as I'm sure you've seen our wonderful player support team members doing over the past 18 month years. So we're just gonna make up times out of the air because I don't remember how long we've had that team going, but our staff is doing a wonderful job so far, and we like to see them ever improve. Let's see here.
Excuse me.
We haven't even touched the Minecraft server. I think that's pretty much a dead project because people are busy and life happens, and it is still running for people that want to have some fun. Other than that, just don't. No one really has any interest to develop a bit further, and we just don't have the time. So if anyone wants to pick up on that or has any questions about that, feel free to message me and I'll get you the information you seek. So without further ado, if anyone has questions or wants to come on the show to just talk with us, we have the call-in section on the podcast Discord, so jump in that and we will have some fun.
Yeah.
So we currently do not have anyone lined up for after this podcast, so I think we're going to take January off. So just being the fact that it's pretty early on in the month, spend some time with your families, get on some schoolwork if you need to do that. The date for that would have been the 4th, but that's so close to the new year, the United States New Year, so go ahead and spend some time with your family and friends. Oh hey look, we have Haz in the Discord. Haz, welcome to the show.
Oh god.
Hey.
So what do you want to talk about?
You know what I'm gonna talk about.
I don't.
Heck, you're blind. I know. No worry.
Oh,
Hi.
Haz wants to talk
No,
about
I'm also deaf.
Go for it. I know he's so Haz is our plot team leader. So go ahead and take it away on that whatever else you want to talk about.
So, I would like to say I'm pretty happy about the things I have running on about in the events I have made for you guys in a beautiful, beautiful Christmas. So, the thing is here. It's very simple. The story is done. Few finishing touches will be made, and then it will come to you on the 16th December.
Alright.
Oh, we just drop a release date?
I just did that. I just did that, yeah. Probably did that, yeah. I'm gonna have fun.
Alright.
I hope others gonna have fun. I hope Hick is gonna have fun. Right.
Something tells me you've designed this entire event just to mess with Hick. I think we've made a terrible mistake.
So
Like,
guys,
I'm
I've
not
been
even
meaning to
that
tell
idiot.
staff I'm taking the next month off.
So yeah, Hick's running away, and we've got a release date for that fun stuff.
Eat, skeet, retreat. See ya.
Woohoo!
Uh,
All right.
yeah, no, Mark, I did say date. I did say date for releasing it.
Well, you heard it from the guy what is making it, the 16th of December.
All right. So is there anything else you want to touch on, Haz?
Well, yeah. Well, I could sit here an hour and talk about this whole idea I had for the event, or how hopefully it's gonna run for you guys. But I just say it's gonna be very fun for you all, and I will say there's no danger at all. Only if there are people that throwing things at your face, probably.
Hick.
But for the rest, I
Look.
think it will probably be safe if people don't start throwing discs at you.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Yes.
All right.
So, yeah.
I'm hyped for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. So Haz, thanks for coming on. We're gonna go on to our next caller.
Oh, and I will return to my dungeon. Goodbye.
Nice exit. All right. We have Mina
Guys, he
coming up
scares
in the Discord.
He scares me, guys.
Mina,
Mina!
welcome to the show.
Hello!
Oh God.
Daughter.
I actually have a better mic this time, so that's good.
It definitely sounds
Oh,
better.
word?
I mean, you guys can actually hear me this time, right?
Yeah, it sounds much cleaner
Yeah.
than the last time.
Yeah, the last time
sorry.
I was stuck on my phone doing this, so if
Yeah,
I
I'll do
ever show up on the podcast again, I'll be doing it from my computer from now on.
There you go.
Sweats nervously. I'm totally on my computer right now. I'm not doing this from my phone. What are you talking about?
I'm on my phone right now. Don't even lie.
I have to be on a computer to run the stream. So, Mina,
Shark's
what do you
just
want to
taking
talk
one for
about?
the team.
On the subject of what Oscar was talking about with people starting to work on quest packages, I've actually been working on one myself. I don't want to give much away yet since I haven't actually revealed it to anyone aside from like 3 other people. But I'll release more on it whenever I actually get closer to being finished.
All right, give the TLDR version.
Basically, it's a lore quest for floors. It's gonna be kind of like the Dragon Hunter anthology, except instead of finding the hatchlings, you're gonna be finding these little books and things that are for various monsters and rare things that you can find across the floors.
Okay.
So a bit more like a scavenger hunt of sorts.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm hyped as hell for that. Oh, I'm not, guys. I gotta put $50 in the swear jar now.
Yeah, right.
And I've gotta do this just because Haz is requesting it.
There you go. There you go, Az. You had
Daughter.
to re.
You've let me down. I have high hopes for you.
I mean, you have headphone users, so you can't go too ham.
Because
His
you didn't even...
disappoint.
Hold on.
I could go even louder than that.
Hold on.
Jesus, you're gonna have people walking around like, what in the heck?
I stepped away from I set my freaking headset down, and I backed up.
Well, now that that one happened,
There we go.
it's pterodactyl.
I mean, I could do the R2D2 scream, if we really want to go like that.
Yes, please.
What did I sign
hold
up
on.
for?
I don't know.
Headphone user warning.
That was actually pretty good.
Hey!
10 out of 10 voice acting. Let's give this man a round of applause. Silently, because that gave me a headache.
Rare Reggie.
Fun times here we have. Fun times.
I have way too much fun.
Alright, so,
Why is my noob crew not in the call-in section?
The noob crew?
Yeah, we got like 7 newbies.
Oh yeah, that's right!
Like, we had a huge... I don't care if it's 1 a.m. night. Have a little adventure in your heart.
your name is Knight. Stay up.
Stay up.
Go on the SSSAO beer run.
He actually got it clipped.
Oh boy. Alright, so we have we have a lot of fun here.
We do.
So I don't see anyone else in the call-in, I don't see any other questions. If no one else has that, we might just start winding down the stream. So anything else that anyone wants to talk about?
No, my throat's now like a little bit dead, so I'm good.
I now have the regrets.
I mean, I have things... Like, I could talk about things, but I think they're things nobody wants to hear. Right?
We're all that way.
Like, that's...
Meanestern is a thing, end it. That's it. That's all we're gonna talk about it. It's a thing that's happened, and it's happening, okay? Happy Morg, that's... Cut it, dead. Cut it, cut
It will never be dead.
I mean the conversation itself, not the ship.
Hey, you do
okay,
know
nice.
I have equipped the SSSAO with like a ton of cannons, right? I mean, we got this.
Happy
We can
now.
sink this ship.
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
Didn't know we were playing
Sorry,
Sea
just
of
getting
Thieves in
ready.
here.
I have.
Sea of Thieves, your boat is the SSSAO.
We're gonna have to do that.
So be it.
Yo, we need an ocean quest.
This is true.
We do have floor 24 now.
Yeah, I was about to say, why hasn't anybody made a quest for that, actually?
Well, I can actually tell you guys, we did have an event a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, the
was it
Rovian Wars.
Yeah, I was about to say the Rovian Wars.
The Rovian Wars. Anyone else remember that? Yeah, that's where I got my lit freaking cloak that was awesome for my character.
We had
You
that
wanna know what
event that failed
happened?
horribly.
Yeah, no, that event backfired quickly. So, I would love to do something like that. Probably not at the same caliber as it being a multi-step quest like that was. It was pretty cool, but might have to work on something with the big content release that we're talking about doing.
You gotta tell me about this quest now, because I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you had a cloak, you missed the cloak. I mean, it's a roller coaster of emotion, and you have my attention.
So the cloak itself was a good item that had an enchantment on it. So basically, it was a free slot item, which was completely broken. But every time a person stood by water, it would give them a buff to their stealth, because it would kind of think like a chameleon. It would slowly like dissipate, and I used my snowflake on it, so it was a tier 2 cloak, the only one of its kind, and whenever I stood by water, it would give me a +4. So I could have a buff of +11 to my stealth. And we got rid of all the items and enchantments that are like that, for obvious reasons.
Yes,
And-
yeah,
and
that's...
I miss it
That's
dearly,
crazy.
because that was amazing, and now it's gone.
Happens.
Have I
Love
cried
it.
about it? No. Have I thought about crying about it? A lot. Do I miss it? Yeah. Am I living without it? Yeah. Do I want it back? Yes.
Eventually we'll get there. Maybe we'll have another one.
I want my cloak.
But if anyone has any ideas that they want to pitch by the floor team in terms of other kinds of events or stuff that they think would be a fun addition, reach out to Morg and he'll send it on to the team or whatever he'll do to get that going. And if you'd like to make
Or
events
just
like
spam
these,
Hikoru.
yeah, that works too. But careful, he might bite you. But
Yeah.
if you have an interest in making events, you again apply to the either plot or floor team and get you squared away, and you can pull a fun one like these guys and make any kind of crazy events.
True.
Giant mushroom and come next fall. I'm doing just a huge world boss that's just a giant mushroom.
I'll burn it. I'll bring a flame weapon. Just set it on fire. See how long it lasts.
Alright.
It's the Mega Mario mushroom. It just makes the fire bigger, and now you're on fire.
I'm okay with this.
Alright, well, at any rate, it looks like there is nothing else to talk about, and no one's in the call-ins. I think we're gonna end this podcast and go on with our daily lives.
Yeet.
Alright.
About to yeet myself into my bed.
Oh, this doesn't sound like a bad idea, except I got a lot to get on today.
Same. AKA, there's a Nerf battle going on down in the gym, so I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, see, I just gotta clip the beginning of the podcast to shorten that up for people that tune in, and then it'll be released on the YouTube channel, and you guys can watch the playback of it later this afternoon. Hopefully.
Lit.
If
Fingers
not,
crossed.
it'll be up tomorrow. At any rate, I'd like to Mina, thank you for joining us in the call-in. Haz, thank you for joining us in the call-in. Thank you all of you for watching and just chatting with us, having a grand old time. And Oscar, thank you for being a special guest today. And Hikoru,
Thank
as
you,
always,
Papa.
thanks for being on the show.
Oh, of course.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Shark.
It's been fun.
Definitely.
Alright guys, sure we've had our fun today, and I wish you all the best of luck with your day, and we'll see you in February. Again, there's no podcast for the month of January.
We need a break.
Yeah.
Working too hard, guys.
Great rest of your day. Bye.